There is the pole sitter for the 60cc mini class. On screen, that is Alfio Spina in the 516 CRG. Alongside him is Michael Paparo in the Formula K machine. Of course, Michael Paparo is the reigning WSK Supermaster Series champion. It's him on the right of screen. Starts on the outside of the front row of the grid. All the way from South Africa, Saud Variawa. He's been superb this weekend in the CRG. Starts on the second row of the grid. And there is Luca Giardelli on the outside of the second row. So 3 CRGs in the top 4, only split by the 554 Formula K kart of Michael Paparo. There is Francesco Pulito in the Evo kart powered by the TM. Indeed, TM dominating the front of the grid. 7 of them in the top 8. We have to go back to Andrea Antonelli on the 4th row of the grid to find the first non-TM engine. There is Gabriel Mini in the Paralin kart. He's had a great run so far this weekend. Gabriel back for another shot at glory in 2017. The young star, he's been very quick. He starts on the 3rd row of the grid. And there is Miron Pingasov, the Russian, in the Alonso kart, alongside the driver I just mentioned, Andrea Antonelli in the 507 Vortex-powered Tony kart. For the final time this afternoon, we get ready to go green. This is the 60cc mini final. The beautiful grid girls leave the circuit as the sun starts to set here over the Adriatic coast in northern Italy. Of course, we will be back in 7 days' time for the opening round, the WSK Supermasters Series, right here at this very circuit. A couple of drivers to watch out for in this one. 7th row of the grid. It's an all-Commonwealth row because we've got Bray Keneally, younger brother of the reigning junior European champion, the Englishman in 551. He's alongside his colonial Commonwealth cousin, Marcus Flack, the Australian in 511, who won the Asian Championships at Macau in December just a month or 2 ago. Marcus has had a pretty good run for Team Gamoto so far. Starts out of grid number 13. We will take a look at the grid for you. Of course, Alfio Spina on pole position in the TM-powered CRG 516. On the outside of the front row, Michael Paparo, Variawa and Giardelli, Francesco Pulito, Gabriel Mini in the Paralin kart that you just saw, the Russian Miron Pingasov, Andrea Antonelli, Adam Putera from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and Matteo Di Paolo on the 5th row of the grid. Marcel Kutsch, Justin Polman, Flack and Keneally that we just mentioned, Andrei Dubinin, Filippo Croccolino, San Yuhan, the Chinese driver, and the Russian Nikita Bedran, Yiri Bechichka, and the Nigerian, American, Italian Ugo Ukachuku on the 10th row of the grid. Christian Bertuca, Marzi Larsen, Thomas Kukchacic, Rafaela Giulizia, Roslan Fomin, Alexander Gubanko, William Wolf, Dinson, and Rashid Al-Bahari. Great to see the Emirati on the 15th row of the grid. Mazzola, Brando Badoea, Francisco Soldini, and Jonathan Vava, the Dane, scrapes in on position 34. Remember, we started with 104 mini drivers here this weekend. We got that down to 68 for the 2 pre-finals. Now we're down to the final 34. The 60cc mini rockets about to go racing as the sun sets here in northern Italy. We're only about 5 or 10 kilometres from the Adriatic coast. about 100 kilometres an hour's drive or so south of the ancient city that is Venice. Polito in the Evo kart tries to warm those Vega tyres. It's only about 4 or 5 degrees outside. And this track was under a foot of snow just 2 weeks ago. We think it's cold here in Italy, though. Some of the Russian drivers in this field, namely Pingasov, Fomin, where they've come from, it's something like minus 29 degrees in parts of Russia. So we've really got nothing to complain about here this afternoon, despite the fact it was minus 4 degrees this morning. We're ready to go. 10 laps the distance. Alfio Spinner, the Sicilian on pole. His countryman on the outside of the front row of the grid. Michael Papadol, let's get ready to go green for the final time this afternoon, for the first time this year. Indeed we do. Papadol shoots over to the inside. A great start by Variawa, the South African, into second. But he may well be passed. No, he does hold on. Alfio Spinner is the race leader, though. They all race down through turns number 1, 2, and 3 reasonably cleanly for the first time here this afternoon. Papadol in third, Papadol in fourth, because he's just been passed by Polita and pushed off track. The Formula K card, he does recover to fourth, make that even fifth spot. Great start by Alfio Spinner. They come up to the Panta Fuel hairpin for the first of 10 times. Variawa in second spot. That was Keneally going through. Polito, the Evo kart, in third, trying to get past the 2 CRGs in front of him. This is lap 1, 9 remain. Spinner is the race leader, but I speak too soon because Sayud Variawa from South Africa has gone through to take the lead. Brilliant stuff by Sayud, but the question is, can he hold on for another 8 laps? Will the lead change again? You bet. In fact, it's most likely to change before this lap is even out. Variawa gets past Alfio Spinner, the Sicilian, who's had a great run this weekend. Francesco Polito in the Evo kart now goes into the lead. Variawa back to second, possibly even third. He'll be slow coming out of that corner. He blocks the inside line. Watch Papadol back in position number 4. Andrea Antonelli, he's had a wretched start. Barely inside the top 10 and needs to recover and recover fast. There he is, coming onto the straight. This time it's Polito, Variawa, Spinner, Papadol, Giardelli. Antonelli back up to 6th, ahead of Gabriel Mini. The Malaysian, Putera, Justin Pullman, and Miron Pingasov, the Russian, rounds out the top 10. Nikita Bedrin, another Russian, ahead of Matteo Di Paolo. Flack is 13th, Keneally 14th, and it's Croccolino. Spinner, Giardelli, Papadol goes wide. Up to the Vega Bridgestone hairpin. It is Variawa out front. It was Variawa out front. He's just been passed by the CRG. Alfio Spinner, there's Polito in the Evo kart. It's been a fantastic chassis in the mini class over the past couple of years. Giardelli just gone through though. Michael Papadol in the bottle green Formula K kart, sits 5th on the road. Spinner, Variawa, Giardelli, Polito, Papadol, Mini, there he is in the white helmet, goes up on the inside of the reigning WSK Supermaster Series champion, Michael Papadol. It's been pushed back to 6th. There's Andrea Antonelli. Variawa over the ripple strip goes the South African. The inside rear lifting nicely at CRG 1, 2, and 3. What an afternoon they have had so far. They've just dominated the KZ2 class. Can they take a bonus win in the 60cc mini category here this afternoon? The drivers best placed to ensure that does not happen are Polito in the Evo kart, Mini in the Paralin, Antonelli in the Tony kart, but they're surrounded by CRGs. Spinner, Giardelli, Putera now, the Malaysian, also not out of this. Pullman, Di Paolo, Keneally into 12th. Variawa back to third. The two CRGs go side by side through turn number 3. Giardelli in 5.10 goes through into the lead. Head of Alfio Spinner, that's him in 5.16. Still CRG 1, 2 and 3. Variawa, the blue and orange bodywork. Well, the South Africans have come on hand and fist over the years. They've always been a very strong karting nation. And their boy Sayud is in third place as Spinner and Giardelli trade positions out front. Paparo in P5. Gabriel Mini in P4. Variawa back into second. Gabriel Mini, can he break up the CRG domination? I think so. He was briefly into third, but cannot quite hold on to it. Giardelli in 5.10 is the race leader from Variawa. This time, Gabriel Mini puts the Paralin up onto the podium. Michael Paparo tries to go with him. Andrea Antonelli a little bit further back has got his own problems. Sayud Variawa now back up into the lead. This is half race distance. What a race we've got going. You're watching it live on WSK.it, the season opener, the Champions Cup, live from Adria Karting Raceway here in northern Italy. Variawa leads lap 6 across the line. He's under tremendous pressure. Giardelli, Mini, Spinner is now off the podium. Paparo, Mini tries the inside. Mini goes through on Giardelli. The CRGs back to second and third, back to third and fourth, back to third and fifth, because Michael Paparo has gone through. He tries the high line. He holds off. Alfio Spinner. There's Giardelli, there's Mini. Mini down the inside. The Paralin finally leads. Well, the CRG's everywhere. There's the odd Formula K kart, the odd Tony kart, but it's the Paralin that is built not more than 100 miles from this very circuit that now leads. 3 laps remain at the end of this one. Over the ripple strip goes Gabriel Mini in the Paralin. Slides it onto the straight. Variawa with the head down behind the steering wheel. Spectacular action here at Adria, the Champions Cup for the 60cc mini class. Remember, we started with 104 drivers. We got down to 68. This is the final 34. This is the top 3. Gabriel Mini still defends over the ripple strip. He goes from Luca Giardelli. Sayud Variawa in third spot. Alfio Spinner and Nikita Bedran, the Russian, has now dragged the baby race Tony kart up into position number 5. Incredible stuff from the young Russian, probably relishing the relatively warm weather, given that it's minus 30 back in his home country. Again, Mini holds them off. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. Surely Giardelli can make a move down into turn number 2. In the slipstream, he trails the Paralin kart. Mini a little bit defensive. Leaves the door open, but Giardelli cannot get past. Ominously, Bedran has just hit the fastest lap of the race. The Russian is absolutely flying. He's in position number 4, probably 4th, 3rd even before this lap is finished. Spinner goes through on Variawa. Bedran, there he is in 5th, sorry. Let's see if he can get up onto the podium. Variawa blocks down the inside. Nice move by Alfio Spinner. There's Nikita Bedran. You wouldn't believe it. The Russian is now up into P4, almost P3. Nikita Bedran started from grid number 18. Gabriel Mini still defends. They come across the line to take the last lap forward. The Paralin leaves a trail of CRGs behind him. A couple of Tony karts thrown in for good measure. There's Andrea Antonelli with the orange helmet. Mini, Giardelli, Spinner, Bedran, Variawa now back to 5th. Can the driver from South Africa recover? Up the inside goes Luca Giardelli. Mini needs to respond immediately. He's running out of time. He looks over his shoulder. There's Alfio Spinner a little bit too far back. Mini on the outside. Jardelli blocks. Oh, nice move up the inside by Alfio Spinner. Team Gamoto now running 1 and 2. The last passing opportunity coming up right now. Up the inside he goes. Mini goes through there. 2 and 3 and 4 wide. The final corner. Mini's in second spot. Veterans up onto the podium. The checkered flag comes out. What a race we've seen here today. The win goes to Alfio Spinner. Gabriel Mini was second in the Paralin and has finished third. Incredible stuff as ever in the 60cc mini class. Alfio Spinner, the best of 104 drivers here this weekend. You cannot say he did not deserve that. Remember, he started from pole position and he has won a sensational race here this afternoon as the sun starts to set here in northern Italy. Francesco Pulito up front early on, would eventually finish back in 12th, one behind Marcus Flack. Ray Keneally, who rounded out the top 10. As ever, spectacular action. Very clean racing, it must be said. What a year it will be in the WSK Series. Of course, we're back in 7 days for the opening round of the Supermaster Series. Italy 1 and 2, and Nikita Bedran, the Russian from grid number 18, has finished in P3. Gabriel Mini, he held on for as long as he possibly could. Sayud Variawa, the South African, finishing in 7th, one behind Antonelli, ahead of Matteo Di Paolo, and the Malaysian 9th. Not a bad result for Adam, the driver from Kuala Lumpur. 9th out of 104 drivers here at Adria. The final few corners, it was too hard to keep up with. Alfio Spinner took a deserved win. Nikita Bedran absolutely delighted because he's come from grid 18 to take the final step of the podium. Stay with us on WSK.IT, the podium presentation for the 60 mini class in just a few moments. We just wait for the drivers to make their way up on to the podium. Finally, we've got the Italian national anthem to ring out here at Adria this afternoon. 2 Italian flags and the Russian flag as well. What a way to start 2017. So we wait for Nikita, Gabriele and Alfio to arrive here at the podium. Of course, we'll be back in 7 days' time for the first round of the WSK Supermasters Series. Here at this, the finest motorsport complex in Europe. This is Adria International Raceway. Alfio, Gabriele and Nikita just about to make their way up to the podium. Here they are. The final podium presentation of the afternoon. 104 mini drivers, 68 in the pre-final, the final 34, and here are the final 3. From Russia, from grid number 18, third place, what a drive, Nikita Bedrin. Third place, the Paralin team driver from Italy, Gabriele Mini. As we mentioned, 104 drivers. He has beaten them all from pole position for CRG. The winner, Alfio Spinner. The girls to present the third place trophy, again from grid 18. What a drive, Nikita Bedrin. Second place, Gabriele Mini. And the winner here this weekend of the Champions Cup, Alfio Spinner. The new official partner of WSK Promotion, the official Avio Milano timepieces for Nikita, Gabriele and Alfio as we stand by for the national anthem of Italy. The Champions Cup podium for 60cc mini class, Nikita Gabriele and Alfio Spinner. That wraps up the season opener for 2017. We'll be back here in 7 days' time for the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series. From Adria International Raceway, we say arrivederci, and we'll see you in 7 days' time for the first round of the Supermaster Series right here at Adria Raceway.